Nice defense. How's football going, Nate?
Pretty good. They're not all from one school. It's all mixed together.
Middle school. It's right there where Bonnie and Opal live. Yeah, right over there. Well, yeah, they're so supported by Murray and
Go Warner.
they did something over there. Let's go. Only a half your game. I was thinking it was out one time. I think it's
Oh, no, I'm just getting started.
Ah, hey!
Because the only sport that this kid knows about is basketball.
If you want.
Come on, Warner, let's finish.
Okay, sounds good. Are you free at the moment?
Yeah.
You want to kind of just follow real quick? Sure. Right in there.
Just kind of follow the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
Thank you.
I can come sand. I can come sand and paper. It's fine. We're going golfing. Well, we don't. So, is golfing on?
Hit it!
I'll paint with you.
Can you test it? You should be able to hear the feel it.
I mean, it could be, yeah.
Let me go say something.
Nice job. Let's go, Warner.
I got it. Thank you very much.
Allow for cherry picking. Allow for cherry picking.
One more time.
You want to stand at the door and
Nice job. Come on, let's go, Warner. Nice. There. Go, Warner. Turn around.
I'm not going to be able to do any much more testing until halftime.
What do you need me to do? Do you need me to do anything? How can I test it out?
The only way I can really test it is if I am not filming, and I
Come on. Come on, guys.
I was going to park. I have 3 more.
Yeah, but
test. Get it set up.
nice job. Oh, Brielle did one like that. That was when we played. Oh, nice try. Okay, that's when we played. That was Florida State. They'll add time. But not
Go, Warner, Clockwork!
That's supposed to be what bathrooms is not the first time downstairs we have but the goodness
Let's go, Z! I like that hair! That's what I'm talking about, Dorian!
Nice kick!
That's right!
I think he might not know.
Hey, Flo.
Come on, Warner! Let's go! Back it up there, high speed, come on! Get there!
Come on, Smith! Next time, baby!
Let's get in there, come on, boys! Nice try! Come on, defense! Nice
Nice,
try!
buddy! That's what a captain is for. Andreas!
Oh, that's how was Come on, let's go, Warner!
It's all right, Jameson. Payback. Yeah, Daniel. Woo! Come go.
Nice job!
Andreas, hustle! Hustle, Andreas!
Now entering the turf, number 16, Kellen McNamara.
Shooting on the water! Big Andreas! 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 He's okay, Andreas! Out!
Go, go, go!
We'll figure it out.
Oh, don't get nervous now, buddy. Hey! That's right, Andrea, Chapel 7. Let's go, Warner! We had class together! Keep on back! Let's go, Ricky! Let's go, Ricky! Right away at this team! Alright, Scotty, make it happen, Captain!
Downstairs. I have a short list for you, sir.
I got you. I got you. Jameson! Woo! You have a nice car! Buckley! Well safe! Come on, play game! Come on, boys!
Let's go, Nine! Oh, yeah, right! Yeah, let's go, Warner! That's right. Even if those clothes Corey would have shopped it. That's what he does. Go Knights!
Come on, defense!
That's what I'm talking about, Daniel. Let's go, Ricky! Woo! Let's go, team! Let's go, team! Andreas! Andreas! Head up! Oh! Hit the weights! You gotta get up, 18! You must be a soccer player. Contact sport! I don't know what that means. I need your help, man. You just got
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
And Pacific goalkeeper Michael Summers called upon twice to keep the ball out of the Boxer net. And we're underway here with second half action. Boxers in the black kits, moving from right to left here. And Warner Pacific in the light blue and white. And for Boxer fans joining us here, you'll see a lot of new names for Pacific this season. A lot of changeover for this squad from last year. A team that finished 7th in the Northwest Conference with a 3-11-0 record in league play. And Warner Pacific coming off a decent season for them in the Cascade Conference, making it to their league playoffs, but not getting out of that. Of course, these two squads faced off last year. That was a 3-1 victory for Warner Pacific. And the goal scorers in last year's edition of this matchup are on the field again. It was number 7, Alberto Casas, getting 2 goals for the Knights last year. Their third goal came on a Boxer own goal, and Pacific got their 1 tally, courtesy of a Jorge Mandujano goal. If memory serves, that was a beauty of a free kick to give the Boxers their goal. But a much more even contest here to get things started this season. Boxers, nothing official in the books yet, just an alumni match. So this is their first game that will count on their overall record. And same thing actually for Warner Pacific. They've had 3 contests, but all of those best described as scrimmages. This is their first sort of official non-league match of the season. So both these teams currently sitting at 0-0 and 0. And of course, that's Michael Summers in goal for the Boxers. Senior out of Beaverton Southridge High School. He got most of the minutes in goal last season. Opportunity now. Manduhana is going to leave it off here on the left side for Pinto. Touch inside and a shot at the near post. He ripped that one. And it was well done by Warner Pacific goalkeeper Dorian Lair. In the end, he may not needed to have gotten a touch on that, but better safe on that shot to keep it out. This will be the 6th corner. Sent in, and a little collision there. But Lair comes down with it, holds on to it nicely. Under the pressure, and they're trying to counter now back to the other side. Good defense there from Garrick Knowles to keep Elmir Celebic from making his way into the Boxer goal. And now a chance in the 18. And that was Cassis, who scored twice against the Boxers last year, surrounded by a lot of black jerseys there. Not much he could do in a long-range effort. And, boy, that really didn't miss by a lot. And I believe that was number 10, Jamison Jones, for the Knights with a nice left-footed shot. If that had been on frame, it had certainly beaten Summers. But the Boxers dodge a little bit of a bullet there as that one skips wide of the post. Throw in here for the Knights in front of the Boxer bench. Coaching staff, for the most part, the same for the Boxers. Again, head coach Jim Brazeau entering his 14th season in charge of the Boxers. He is assisted by Andrew Greger and Steve Piercy, both in their 4th seasons, helping out here with the men's program. Jeff Gruden helping out for his 8th year, and they've added this season another assistant to the staff, Mike Lacalucci, a former player. As this ball goes into the box, picked up by Summers, a former Lacalucci, a former player with the Boxers, and his last season, the last time Pacific won the conference title. He went off and did a bit of extra schooling, and now he's back to help out his alma mater. And Devin Hughes sends this one all the way back to Summers. Rudella trying to lift that over the top before it's cleared away. Knowles and Nakama play a little give and go. Finally finds the feet of Manduhanu. And eventually out for a Warner Pacific throw, and they will make a change here as well. Looks like Ricky Carmelinga going to head to the side.
Now entering the field, number 13, Ruben Amaseka.
13, Amaseka, junior out of Las Vegas. Going to take up residence here in the middle of the park for the Knights. He'll get his first touch on the ball, switch it out to the far side. Daniel Irvin collects that. Nice ball here on the side. Warner Pacific's going to get a shot off, but the sliding effort of Garrick Knowles knocks that out for a corner. Francisco Dueñas was the one there looking to do damage for Warner Pacific. And he earns the Knights their 6th corner of the afternoon. Headed away nicely, Manduhanu. Dueñas picks that up, ultimately doesn't get much on that little attempt to knock it back in over the top. Big clearance there from number 7, Lucas Sconyers, senior out of Seattle, Washington. And decides best just to clean things up and send it out of bounds and reorganize a little bit. And sometimes that is the best play. Warner Pacific trying to come back here now. They've got a little bit of space. Switch it over to that far side. Cut back inside to the right foot. Shot blocked. Nice spinning move and a curling shot there, and that's Alberto Casas with a nice move to get himself a shot over the goal that hit off the underside of the football uprights. Still 0-0 here with just under 35 minutes left to play. Pacific University Boxers hosting the Warner Pacific Knights in preseason men's soccer action. Errant pass there is picked off by the Boxers. Number 18, Nicholas Kaminsky, freshman from Grants Pass High School, originally out of Brazil. He came in as a substitute in the first half and has played quite nicely, had a few chances to make something happen. Certainly head coach Jim Brazeau excited at the prospects there of Kaminsky and probably what he's seen so far in this first game. Now it's the Knights again. Into the middle, onto the right foot. There of number 9, Almir Celebic, but he launches one well over the Boxer goal. You can see Summers setting up for his goal kick here. Sun right in his eyes as he brings his left hand up to protect his eyes a little bit and get a look downfield. That will probably be a little bit of a factor for at least another 10 to 15 minutes or so here. And Warner Pacific probably aware of that fact and probably looking to get as many shots as they can, even if it comes a bit from distance. As this ball cleared out of the Boxer penalty area. Potential chance of a bit of a counterattack here, and a nice last-ditch sliding effort there from Josh Wright. Able to poke that ball away and give it back to the Knights. Ball back across the middle, and that's going to be tapped in for a 1-0 lead for Warner Pacific. believe that's number 10, James. So about 31 minutes left to go, and Warner Pacific takes a 1-0. Nick Calkins is going to come in at the center of defense.
Number 2, Nick Hawkins.
And Calkins comes in just in time for a long throw. Heaves that one in towards the corner of the 6, and I believe Ian Farley was there challenging for the Boxers. Warner Pacific able to deal with that, trying to come back the other way. Clear out there by Sconyers, following some tough defending on that far side by number 4, Mason Nakama. Nakama, a returner, a senior out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Another boxer who got a lot of minutes last year. Looking to turn things around here for his senior season, as the Boxers have basically been in rebuilding mode ever since that championship year. And here's another shot just over the bar. No doubt here in the second half, I'm sure Warner Pacific trying to take advantage of the sun that's in Michael Summers' eyes. Warner Pacific head coach Bernie Fagan certainly been around long enough to know when to take advantage of a situation like that. Fagan, of course, a former Timber back in the early 80s and been coaching in Portland ever since. Another long-range effort there. This time Josh Wright took a bit of a sabbatical for a chunk of time, I believe, coaching the Portland State women. But all told, 25 years for Bernie Fagan here so far at Warner Pacific. Another long throw-in here from Calkins. And this time a bit of a collision and kind of a lucky bounce there for Lair, as it had slipped through his hands. But a little bit of spin on the ball brought it right back to him, and he was able to grab it. Warner Pacific now on that far side. Back into the middle. Casas dispossessed. Garrick Knowles trying to connect up there with Nick Pinto. Ball gets away from a little bit. Warner Pacific will take over a big booming switch to the far side. And a bit of a tackle from behind there on Manduhano. Not exactly the best position you want for your free kick. A little difficult to get any angle on it for somebody to get ahead on. More or less just got to kind of chip it up, and makes for a difficult header like that one right there. Side position and came back to get that ball. Well seen here by the assistant referee, as I believe Ian Farley attempting a long range crack there with his left foot. Blocked right in front of him, however. And we'll pause for a moment as the Boxers make a Rudella under some pressure, unable to bring that one down. Big diagonal ball there. Gets away from Josh Wright just a little bit. Falls easily for Summers to pick up. As we are under 25 minutes now left to go in the game. Boxers down 1-0. A Jamison Jones goal in the 59th minute. They have given the visitors their 1-goal lead. Another long throw into the box. Boxers able to maintain a little bit of possession. A shot towards that far post, and just not enough curl to bring it in. And Pacific. Good little battle here. And it's Nick Pinto comes away with it, but his pass picked off. Well done there by Alberto Quesas for Warner Pacific, taking the ball off McNamara. The Lions switch it around to the far side. Errant pass there, but the Boxers can't keep it. Here's Quesas with a quick pass back into the area, and he got his teammate there a little bit off guard. That was Ruben Amezca. Had a little bit of trouble handling that quick Casas pass. And maybe a chance now here for the Boxers. Nakama elects to go long over the top. Warner Pacific will come away and with the ball. Now have a chance to put together a little possession here. A little. Will just have to be served in over the top. Casas trying to bring it down. Gets away from him a little bit, but corner, which Warner Pacific will take quick and short. Now a ball in. Summers down to the ground, cleared away. Warner Pacific try to send another one back in off the side of the goal scorer, Jones's foot. And Warner Pacific really starting to take things over here ever since they scored. It was a good first half from the Boxers, but things have gotten away from them a bit here in the second. Another ball in and a quick shot and a save from Summers. Well done tracking that nicely hit ball right about the penalty spot. And that's going to give Warner Pacific their 8th corner of the afternoon. That ball bounces perhaps off the back of a Boxer, and indeed it does. I think that was McNamara that the ball went off. So the 9th corner now as Warner Pacific starting to rack up some corners here in quick succession. Ball into the near post, awkwardly dealt with there from Knowles, but does enough to get it back out wide, and the subsequent cross in is easily collected by Summers, but his distribution is not as clean, and now the Boxers are back under pressure again. It looked like Almir Celebic had an attempt on goal, partially blocked, and Summers able to collect. Calm things down a bit here for the Boxers, push them forward. As we're under 18 minutes now left to go. Boxers still down 1-0 in search of some of that form they had in the first half. Calkins back to Summers. Ian Farley, a pair of defenders on him. And tries to slip it around, but well defended by the Knights. Well won there by Calkins. And this is Casas getting away, but his pass picked off. McNamara keeps it on this near side. Knowles will knock it forward to no one in particular, and Warner Pacific takes over. Things definitely getting a bit more hectic here, which might just be a good thing for enters for Warner Pacific. Pop bomb Warner Pacific as he gets his first minutes of the match. Warner Pacific again with the ball deep in Boxer territory. Across in, a head-on goal, and Summers is right there. Left hand, I'm not sure he knew he was making that save, but in the end, he was in the right place at the right time and does what matters, which is keep the ball out of the net. Ball forward, there's a handball. That'll be left, and it's going to be Ian Farley equalizing for the Boxers. With 15 minutes left to go, our score is now knotted at 1 apiece. Referee Drew Brooks the benefit of the doubt there and assumed that he saw what was a pretty obvious handball and swallowed his whistle for just a minute to see what was going to come of that. And in fact, Ian Farley took advantage of a good situation with a ball that just caused the Knight defense and goalkeeper Dorian Lair a bit of confusion. And Farley took advantage of it and volleyed one into the back of the net, and we are all tied up at ones. So this should make for an interesting final quarter of an hour here. Forest Grove, once again, thanks for joining us here on the Boxer Sports Network as we bring you 2013 soccer season. Flip throw here for Warner Pacific. Summers well off his line and does nice to get through a little bit of traffic and snag that ball out of the air. Rudella doing his best to bring that one down. Gets poked away from him, and here's a good chance for Warner Pacific to come back the other way. Got some numbers forward, but the Boxers do nicely with that threat. Long-range effort, and tough to tell from this angle, but judging from the reaction of Summers, that may not have been too far off.
Re-entering the game.
Into the game. Nice reaction there from the Boxer crowd. I believe McNamara. Amanda Hunter's going to track this one down on that far side. Defender in front of him. Can't quite get around. I believe number 18 into the Warner Pacific penalty area. Throw in, and that's headed down and in. Ian Farley, with his second goal of the game, gives the Boxers a 2-1 lead.
Pacific goal, a header by number 10, Ian Farley.
A go-ahead goal from Ian Farley here with just about 10 minutes to go in the game. Puts the Boxers up 2-1 against Warner Pacific. Assist on that one is going to go to Nick Calkins on the long throw-in. The long throw has been effective for the Boxers in the past. It's been effective for the Boxer women in the past as well. The first game here is any indication. Looks like that might continue to be a success, but immediately a tying goal for Warner Pacific off the free kick, headed in, scoring that, and we are tied back up here 2-2 with just under 10 minutes left to play. And another free kick here for the Knights in a similar position from where they just scored a minute ago. Headed away nicely by Kaminsky. Warner Pacific with it. This will be Wright serving one in. Cleared away by Calkins. Perhaps a chance here. Nice ball through for Rudella. And he can't quite corral that. But the Boxers keep possession. Kaminsky, he'll get around one. Try to cross one in, blocked out of bounds. Their previous go-ahead goal as Calkins throws in another long one from the sideline. It bounces But a lot of manhandling there of Warner Pacific goalkeeper Dorian Lair, and an easy enough call for referee Drew Brooks. Ball nicely headed back there for Summers. Seven minutes remaining here in a 2-2 game. Bit of back and forth here in the second half between Warner Pacific and Pacific University. And another good ball that Flo. Again, plenty of bodies in the box. That's headed down and cleared away. Knowles into Pinto. Nice move to get around one. And some equally fancy moves there from Duenas. Calkins again, 5.5 to play here in the game. And that one falls off the far post, cleared away. Long throw causing problems again, a big old scrum, and the effort goes off the post. Boxers narrowly missing a go-ahead goal there. We'll go ahead and say Steen Schober got away with a little handball there. Sometimes it works out where you are, where the referee is, you just can't see. And now we're going to get a foul and a card. And some angry words, a bit of pushing and shoving there. I want to say that's Celebic.
A yellow card has been issued to Warner Pacific, number 9, Almir Celebic.
And he'll be forced to leave the... Certainly going to ask to get his 10 yards here, which he will get as that wall is backed up a few steps by referee Drew Brooks. And this is a really good spot. These are free kicks, especially for right footers. They can curl this right in behind that line, see if you can get somebody on the end of it. And that deflected off a few bodies, probably not quite the quality that Manduhanu wanted on that. As we're now just under 4 minutes left to play, tied 2-2. The second half has not been as pretty as the first half. Been a bit more hectic, a few more fouls, a bit more ragtag back and forth, but it has produced some goals. Another chance here, cleared away nicely by Knowles, but it's going to stay deep in the Boxer end. Warner Pacific's going to have a throw in. Another opportunity for the visitors to try to snag a game winner. And that shot left to play. Miss hit there by Summers, but Calkins able to flick it on, keep the ball headed left in the game if either of these teams want to try to get a winner. Good chance here. Boxers again send bodies forward, hoping to just cause some problems, see if they can't poke something in, but cleanly headed away there by Warner Pacific, Scott Schnitzer. In towards the far post this time. It's going to bounce. Leave it for the Boxers, and a lovely attempt from Ian Farley. And it didn't miss by a lot, just over the bar. A good-looking attempt from Farley, but couldn't quite pull off the hat trick with that attempt. Warner Pacific back the other way. Numbers streaming forward, cut inside, right-footed shot, and it's Summers to the ground to collect that at his near post. One minute left to go here in our 2-2 game. Pressure there by Kaminsky leads to the turnover. Pinto now with it. Gets around one. Around two. Shot off into the legs of Warner Pacific defenders. Out of bounds. This will be one final attempt for the Boxers as they'll have a corner. 30 seconds to go. Manduhanu curl this in with the right foot. Everybody back defending for the Knights. Manduhanu, good ball in, a lot of bodies punched away by Lair. Boxer's going to keep it in. A few head balls from Warner Pacific, and the time will run out, and that's going to bring